Yatha, as much as. Dharmadayah, all four principles of religious behavior. Cha, end. Arthaha, purposes. Munivarya, by yourself. The great sage. Anukirtitaha, repeatedly described. Na, not. Tatha, in that way. Vasudevasya, of the personality of Godhead. Shri Krishna. Mahima, glories. He, certainly. Anuvarditaha, so constantly described. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. Although great sage, you have very broadly described the four principles beginning with religious performances. You have not described the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudeva. The prompt diagnosis of Sri Narada is at once declared. The root cause of the despondency of Vyasadeva was his deliberate avoidance of glorifying the Lord in his various editions of the Puranas. He has certainly, as a matter of course, given descriptions of the glories of the Lord, but not as many as given to religiosity, economic development, sense gratification and salvation. These four items are by far inferior to engagement in the devotional service of the Lord. Sri Vyasadeva, as the authorized scholar, knew very well this difference. And still, instead of giving more importance to the better type of engagement, namely devotional service to the Lord, he had more or less improperly used his valuable time, and thus he was despondent. From this it is clearly indicated that no one can be pleased substantially without being engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. In the Bhagavad Gita, this fact is clearly mentioned. After liberation, which is the last item in the line of performing religiosity, etc., one is engaged in pure devotional service. This is called the stage of self-realization or the Brahmabhuta stage. After attainment of this Brahmabhuta stage, one is satisfied. But satisfaction is the beginning of transcendental bliss. One should progress by attaining neutrality and equality in the relative world. And passing the stage of equanimity, one is fixed in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. This is the instruction of the Personality of Godhead in the Bhagavad Gita. The conclusion is that in order to maintain the status quo of the Brahmabhuta stage, as also to increase the degree of transcendental realization, Narada recommended to Vyasadeva that he should now eagerly and repeatedly describe the path of devotional service. This would cure him of gross despondency. क्या हुआ? स्विच ऑफ करके रखो आज. न यद्वचश्चित्रपदं हरेर्यशो जगत्पवित्रं प्रगृहीत कर्हिचित् तद्वायसं तीर्थम् उशन्ति मानसा न यत्र हंसा निर्ममन्ति उशिक्षयाः. Those words which do not describe the glories of the Lord, who alone can sanctify the atmosphere of the whole universe, are considered by saintly persons to be like unto a place of pilgrimage for crows. Since the all perfect persons are inhabitants of the transcendental abode, they do not derive any pleasure there. इसलिए Sudra, Prabhupada says, Sudras, they should be beaten up. Then only they will hear. इतना बुद्धू आदमी, मैं बोला था फिर भी ऐसी आती है. तद्वाग, नेक्स्ट वर्स, तद्वाग विसर्गो जनताग विप्लवो यस्मिन् प्रतिश्लोकम अबद्वदि अपि Namani anantasya yashoankitani yat shunvanti gayanti grunanti sadhavaha. On the other hand, that literature, which is full of description of the transcendental glories of the name, fame, forms, pastimes, etc., of the unlimited Supreme Lord, is a different creation, full of transcendental words, directed towards bringing about a revolution in the impious lives of this world's misdirected civilization. Such transcendental literatures, even though imperfectly composed, are heard, sung, and accepted by purified men who are thoroughly honest. Om Jnanatimirindasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamaham Tadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savdutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Shantamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namaste Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vacha Kalpanarubhyascha Vipa Sindhu Bhyadevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaurabhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So, when you go to Ayurvedic doctor, previously there are very expert Ayurvedic doctors. Nowadays, if you go to a doctor, they have a understanding with the pathological laboratories, testing laboratories. Then they get some commission, cut. And immediately they write, ye test karo, wo test karo, ye test karo. Right? Every time I go to my doctor, at least 4,000 rupees bill comes. She doesn't take any consultation fees. She is a devotee. Ye test karo, wo test karo. Her time, at least 5,000 rupees bill comes just for test. But previously, Prabhupada was saying, the Brahmanas, they believe in simple living, high thinking. So they know everything, Ayurveda, all the herbs and all. So simply by reading the pulse, they diagnose. Oh, they have pitta, kapha pitta. So pitta ज़्यादा है, वो कफ ज़्यादा है, वात ज़्यादा है. Then accordingly, please switch off your phones. If anybody phone rings, they have to give a kalash. 51,000 rupees. So better you switch off your phones. बहुत महंगा पड़ेगा आप लोगों को. हाँ? किसका है? बंद करो. हाँ?
Keep some secret agents.
हाँ. किसी का घंटी बजा बस 51,000 गया. So like in the same way, uh, the Narada Muni, Vyasadeva is having problem, right? So as soon as Narada Muni saw Vyasadeva, he immediately diagnosed. What is the diagnosis? Huh? You have described Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha sufficiently, but you did not glorify Krishna exclusively. That was his. He glorified. If you read Padma Purana, if you read Vishnu Purana, there is a glorification of Krishna. In certain other Puranas also. In fact, how many of you following Mahabharata? You know, what are the three aims of Mahabharata, writing Mahabharata? You know, Vyasadeva. You know, one is? Huh? Huh? Yeah, to establish Vasudeva as Supreme Personality of Godhead. Number two? Huh? Kya?
Yeah, please.
Duryodhanadi Duscharitra. Number three? Satcharitra. So, it is there. In Mahabharata, Falashruti, I forgot to share the name. So, in Mahabharata Falashruti, those who are having material desires, if they study Mahabharata, they get whatever desires fulfilled. But if they study Mahabharata without any material desires, they will get bhakti to Vasudeva. That is one of the benedictions given by Brahmaji to Vyasadeva for reading Mahabharata. All these things are there. But there are so many other stories which are not connected to Krishna directly. They are interesting, but they are not directly connected to Krishna. So, here he is saying that Yatha Dharmadayaschartha Munivarya Anukirtitaha. In this regard, Vishnu Thakur, the speciality of Vishnu Thakur's commentary is he constructs a dialogue. Constructs a dialogue. If you read especially 10th canto Bhagvatam, there is a dialogue between Krishna and the gopis. There is a dialogue between Brahmana's wives and Krishna. Like that, which is not there in Bhagavatam. So somebody may ask how it is possible. So in Vrindavan, when Krishna performed pastimes 5000 years back, there are some vrikshas, some trees, which are present during Krishna's pastimes. And there are many trees like that. So Vishnu Thakur, when he was writing commentary, sitting under various trees, those trees were coming and telling him the pastimes. So they are not imaginary pastimes. Shankar, गिनो ज़्यादा लोग है ना प्रसाद? किधर है? इधर है फर्स्ट फ्लोर. हाँ? So those trees have dictated all the dialogues, conversation between the Krishna and the gopis to Vishnu Thakur. And then Vishnu Thakur has written this commentary. Very wonderful. When you become old or matured, you can read. Not right now, if you read, you won't understand. In the beginning, around 10 years back, when I started reading little bit, I could not understand. Then I left it. Then again, when I started reading maybe 4 5 years back, now I started understanding. You need maturity, samskar, good sadhana over the years. Then Krishna will give you intelligence to understand all these things. Anyway, so Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says that Vyasamuni objected, it seems, to Narad Muni that I wrote so many pastimes of Krishna in Padma Puran, Vishnu Puran. Prahlad Charitra is there, Dhruva Charitra is there. But Narad Muni replied, yeah, of course you have written some pastimes, but you have written more about Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Then you have indicated that you have suggested that these pastimes and all, they will help you to get moksha. Right? So what is the defect in Vyasadeva's activities? You can discuss and tell me. 2 minutes time. Right? He told, Vyasadeva protested that I have written some pastimes of Krishna, then Vyasadeva, then Narada Muni replied, you didn't write enough about the pastimes. No, you have written more about Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Even if you have written, you have suggested that these activities of description of Krishna's pastimes and reading will give you moksha. What is the defect in this statement? Please discuss and let me know. Turn towards your friends sitting next to you and then let me discuss. ध्रुव डिस्कस करो. Feeling hot? Okay? Done? Okay, done. Enough. बोलो अपूर्व मत्स्य प्रभु.
एक तो प्रभु जी की एक्सक्लूसिवली भगवान का ग्लोरी.
इंग्लिश, ये इंग्लिश लेक्चर है.
Exclusively, Vyasdev didn't appreciated and glorified Lord Krishna pastimes. And second one, he focused only on one ashram system. So just because focusing on one ashram system, they didn't focus on Lord's pastime. So they took external. Actually, Vyasdev thought that like like he mixed Lord's pastime in other things also, like along with one ashram system. But people, they took one ashram system and they left this pastimes of Lord.
Thank you. You are almost there, but not fully there. Anyone next? Anyone else? Ladies? What's your name, Mataji? What's your name? Priyansh. Priyanka.
Hare Krishna. Actually, I feel that there were Vyasa, four things were there which were focused more, not on the Lord Krishna's bhakti and Lord everything. That was somewhat missing. No?
Who will give the right answer? Answer is
As Prabhuji said, he did not glorify Krishna's pastimes exclusively. That is one point. Another thing is that dharma, artha, kama. These all activities he has stressed more in the Puranas, which binds the living entity in the material world. And mukti, devotees consider one of the muktis as tuchha, it's insignificant. So there is no comparison of Krishna's transcendental loving service to any of the muktis, right? And another what I feel is like, he has glorified Krishna's pastimes are there along with dharma, artha, kama, moksha. That means there is Krishna bhi, not only Krishna.
Krishna ki hi.
Also, not only Krishna.
Krishna ki bhi. Right? Krishna ki hi and then Krishna ki bhi. How many of you know the difference? Anyone else? Manisha ji, want to say something? Huh?
These are the points.
Is this what exactly you want?
Yeah. Prutha? Anybody? From boys side?
Krishna prema.
That is the word I am. What is your name? What is your name?
Selva.
Sharma. Huh?
Selva Kumar.
Selva Kumar. Very good. That was. You stressed, even if you are Padma Purana, Vishnu Purana, Mahabharata, you describe Krishna's pastimes, but that will lead only to moksha, which is like Mataji said, it is tuchha, but you didn't encourage them to get Krishna prema. Right? So that is Bhagavatam is meant for giving Krishna prema. All of you right now, all of you are a liberated souls. We don't care. Right? We don't care. We don't want liberation. So next time when you go to Krishna, Radha Raspihari, you tell him that please don't take me to, I don't want any of these 5 types of muktis. Even if that is the meaning of na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va mama janmani janmanishwari bhavatat bhaktir ahattikitvayi. Right? That is the meaning of Lord Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that Ainanda Tanuja comes first, right? Afterwards. After Nadanam Najanam. So next verse, Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mamishme Bhavam Bhadu Krupaya Tava Pada Pankaja Stitadoli Sadrishyam Vichintaya. The first verse meaning is I don't want na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitama, jagadish kamaye. In Telugu, any Telugu person is there? In Telugu, na dhanam means you mera dhan. ना जन्म मीन्स मेरा जन, वो इस कान में वही चल रहा है अभी. ना धनम, मेरा धन, ना जन्म, मेरा जन. कविता, मेरा स्कॉलरशिप, like that. But I don't want all these things. My dear Lord, if I am not qualified, I don't want to come to Golok Vrindavan. At the same time, I don't want to go to Vaikuntha. Right? You should flatly refuse. Even if you do Karma Mishra Bhakti, Jnana Mishra Bhakti, you will get promotion to Vaikuntha. You don't have to do pure devotional service. But if you want to go to Golok Vrindavan, you have to perform pure devotional service. Right? Pure devotional service. So that is what Bhagavatam teaches. Dharma projita kaitavatra paramo nirmasharma. So Bhagavatam second verse says that this dharma artha kama moksha is cheating religion. Feeling hot? Do you want AC? Huh? It's okay? समझ में आ रहा है? Huh? So exclusive. So next verse, so okay, I will do janma janmantar, life after life devotional service. Please engage me in the service of your lotus feet. When I become qualified, take me to Golok Vrindavan and keep me as a dust particle on your lotus feet. समझ में आया? That should be our desire. Right? So, many times I mentioned in my classes that Krishna says in 11th canto Bhagavatam, if my devotee has any material desires, out of mercy on him, I will fulfill his desires by sending them to heavenly planets and enjoying. But if my devotee doesn't want to go to heavenly planets, in case if they are not finished their devotional service, Prabhupada says, if devotees don't finish their devotional service, they will automatically get promotion to heavenly planets. But if my devotees, they don't want to go to heavenly planets, if they pray to me that they don't want to go, then I will not send them. Right? So that is why these two prayers every day you should say, put it on, stick it on your mirror. Bolo, Nanaka Prishtam.
Nanaka Prishtam, Nachaparameshtam, Nasarvabhaumam, Narashadipatyam, Na Yoga Siddhim, Apunarbhavam Va, Samanjasatva Virhaya Kansvi.
And then? What is the next prayer? हाँ? भूल गया? यदि दास्य से please, sincerely pray to Krishna that I want, love for Krishna, love for you. That is the purpose of Bhagavatam. That is the purpose of Narad Muni chastising Vyasadeva. That is the purpose of Narad Muni giving these exclusive directions, instructions to Vyasadeva, that don't waste your time. Let us, don't waste your time, worshipping demigods. Right? That is why Prabhupada writes in Bhagavatam that if anybody wants Krishna Prema, they should not worship demigods. Right? In Mahabharata we see Arjuna and all, they are worshipping demigods. There are so many instances like that. We should not take that as an example. It is there. Right? Because it may be there in Mahabharata, it may be there in Padma Puran, it may be there in all the literatures. We cannot follow all the literatures. We have to follow the present Acharya. Our present Acharya Srila Prabhupada specifically says that if you want love of Krishna, no demigod worship. Right? Suppose a very beautiful example is given. Suppose a woman is not happy with her husband. She fights with her husband and leaves him and comes back to Maike. But if she wants to get back to her husband, she has to make sure that she doesn't get attached to another man. She doesn't marry another man. Then if husband wants to take her back under the circumstances, he cannot take her back because she is already married to someone else. In the same way, devotees, somehow or other, if they are not getting protection or something like that, they feel like that, oh, Krishna is not fulfilling my desires, and then they go to demigods. Then you become unqualified because Krishna thinks, oh, he has gone to some other master. I cannot reclaim him. Right? So make sure that you don't, under any circumstance, you don't worship demigods. We are not against demigods, provided if I have to add, if, what is that sentence? If you want Krishna Prem. If you don't want Krishna Prem, you can do whatever. Right? Aikantika Bhakti. What is that? Aikantika Bhakti. Anyway, so this is the job of a spiritual master. Right? So in the next verse, Nayadvachas Chitrapadam Harer Yasho Jagat Pavitram Praganihita Karhichit Tadvayasam Tirtam Ushanti Manasa Nayatra Hamsa Nirmamanti Usikshaya. Those literatures, those words which do not describe the glories of Krishna, they are like places of Tirtha Yatra for crows. Right? Now, the Hamsa, what is the difference between Rajhamsa and a crow? Rajhamsa doesn't go to dirty waters. It will only play in the pure waters of Manas Sarovar. Very pure, waters. But the crows, what is the nature of a crow? They always go to dirty places. Those who are reading always Bhagvatam, they are like Hamsa. Those who are reading materialistic literatures, obscene literatures, they are like crows. Right? You watch TV? You watch TV? You watch TV? You watch TV? Sometimes news, news. So whenever you sit in front of the TV, you say, cow, cow. And then start watching TV. Now I am becoming a crow. Right? We cannot actually give up whole thing. So sometimes sometimes devotees not, we are devotees outside. They watch all these things. So that time what you will say? Cow, cow. Mummy, cow, cow. That means you are going to watch TV. Anybody knows how does Hamsa make sounds? Raj Hamsa? Huh? So when you are going to read Bhagavatam, you make sound like Hamsa and start reading Bhagavatam.
Famous for walking.
Yeah, Hamsa is famous for walking, you know. Hamsa Gaman. So you walk like Hamsa.
Walk towards strength.
Yeah, walk towards temple like Hamsa. Walk towards Bhagavatam like Hamsa. Walk towards the deity worship like Hamsa. Tadvag visargo janatag viplavo yasmin pratishlokam abadvadvapi namani anantasya yashonkitanyat shunvanti gayanti grunanti sadhavaha. You try this. If you read Bhagavatam, it will bring revolution in your life. Viplava. Right? How many of you have experienced this? You know? It brought revolution in your life. Right? I have experienced it. It brought revolution in my life. Even if they are not properly composed, Prabhupada writes. Right? Prabhupada writes in the purport, I am not very good in English language, but that is not true. He was humble. Narayana-acharya, he is a very great Sri Vaishnava scholar. These Sri Vaishnavas, I should not say, but they are right, mostly Brahmanas, born in Brahmin families, and they are so expert in scriptures. So Narayana-acharya, he was our Sevatul Prabhu was taking direction from him for some time. He lived in Melkote. Melkote, there was a very famous library was there. Is there. So he was commenting to Sevatul Prabhu that after reading a chapter, prayers by personified Vedas. It's a very beautiful chapter and very difficult chapter. After reading that chapter, she commented, the personality who translated this, he is a very great scholar in both English and Sanskrit. Right? But Prabhupada out of humility is saying that my language is foreign language, English. I tried to attempt to write. There may be some faults, but those who are like Hamsas, they will not look at faults, but they will accept the words, even if they are improperly composed, the glorification of Krishna. There is every year Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to meet devotees from Kulinagram. Kulinagram, headed by Satyaraj Khan. They used to bring the silken ropes that are used for pulling the chariot. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Kulinagram devotees, he commented that your grandfather, Gundaraj Khan, he wrote a book, Sri Krishna Vijaya. Right? So in that book, he had composed one verse. In Bengali, it is that Nandanandana Krishna Mora Pranadana. Nandanandana Krishna is my life and soul. Just by writing this one sentence, Gundaraj Khan has conquered me. I promise you, whoever has taken birth in Kulinagram, even if a dog also, I will give them Krishna Prem. Simply by writing one sentence. Srila Prabhupada writes that this Gundaraj Khan Sri Krishna Vijaya is very popular in Bengali. He wrote in a colloquial language, and then this Sanskrit shlokas, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was testing, Rupa Goswami, he was actually composed Vidagdha Madhava and Lalita Madhava. Then Ramanand Rai was testing his language, very beautiful compositions. Asti swastaruni karagra vigalata kalpa prasunplatam vastu prastuta venu ninada lahari nirvana nirvyakulam srasta srasta niruddha nivi vilasa gopi sahasradibir hastan nasta natapa vargam akilo udaram kishorakriti. How is this composition? Rhyming. Asti swastaruni karagra. Asti. Then the next verse also. Vastu prastuta. Right? And then third line, shrasta shrasta. And then fourth line is hastan nasta. Star, all. So this is a composition by Bilva Mangal Thakur. Right? Kitna beautiful hai. Simply, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said in Chaitanya Charitamrita that there is no greater book than Krishna Karnamrita in this world. Anybody who reads this book, they will get Krishna Prem. I am actually trying to learn the last few months, struggling actually, not struggling, working very hard to learn the verses from Krishna Karnamrita and learning the meanings also. Chintamani Jayati Somagiri Gurur me Siksha Gurunshcha Bhagavan Shikipincha Mauli. Yat Pada Kalpakataru Pallava Sekareshu Leela Swayam Varam Rasam, Labate Jayashri. It's all beautiful compositions. Maja aata hai, means very maduram. Learn and then meditate on the verses. It will take you to another world. So, but the most beautiful verse I like the most, my favorite verse. Taruna Aruna Karunamaya Vipulayata Nayanam. Kamali Kucha Kalasi Bhara Vipuli Kruta Pulakam Venurava Lahari Kruta Munimanasa Nalinam. Mamakelatu Madachetasi Maduradhara Amritam. Kitna nectarian shloka hai, Tarunaruna Karunamaya Vipulayata Nayanam. This Gopal Bhatta Swami and all, they comment that he was not in consciousness when he is composing these verses. Krishna, Bilva Mangal Thakur. He was not, he didn't sit and write all these verses. He was in ecstasy and then he was going towards Vrindavan. He had a darshan of Krishna. He became mad. And that Balak was taking him. Then they just flowed from his mouth, all these verses. Right? That is why Krishna Karnamrit. What is the meaning of Krishna Karnamrit? Bolo, Sapna ji? What is the meaning of Krishna Karnamrit? Nectar to the ears of Krishna. Krishna wants to hear. Who was hearing? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Right? If you get a time, read them. Just. So, that's why he is saying that Kamaniya Kishora Mugdha Murti Kalavenu Konita Adrita Madhuranana Indu Mamavachi Vijrumbitam Murare Madhurum Neha Kanikapi Kapi Kapi. Let me describe the beauty of Krishna madhurya of Krishna. Even if a drop of a drop of a drop also falls on me, I'll be very blessed so that I can describe the glories of Krishna. Kanika madhurimnaha kanikapi kapi kapi. Like that. Anyway, it's all beautiful. But Prabhupada writes that this Krishna Vijaya was composed in a colloquial language. You know, in Sanskrit, these are all, you know, they have to be arranged, all the lines according to grammar, according to their poetic rules. If you read Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antyalila, you can read, you know, how Ramananda Roy was testing. But Prabhupada writes that Krishna Vijaya was not written according to grammar, according to Alankara. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted. This is very popular in Bengal, that book. Why? Because any glorification of Krishna, whether composed according to grammatical rules or out of prema some words came out, still they are good enough. Shunvanti gayanti grunanti sadhavaha. All the sadhus, they hear, they sing, they repeat the glorification of Krishna. If they are not, even if they are not composed perfectly, even if there are some faults in the book, right? In Ramayana, there are many mistakes, but it is mentioned that according to Sri Vaishnava Acharyas, that nobody should correct Acharya's writings. Arshaprayoga, this Arshaprayoga means in the end, you know, they give what you call Korandigam or something like that. It should be like this, it should be like this. Because these sages, they are not composing for name and fame, for business. You know, these people, they have composed all these literatures out of causeless mercy. And then when they describe about Krishna, they become ecstatic. Right? Sometimes some wrong words or wrong sentences may fall, but under such circumstances, we should not correct the acharyas. So in Ramayana, they follow that. Whatever mistakes are there, in the end they add this. It should be like this. It should be like this. You know, the commentators, they add, but in the original text, they don't correct it, because yes.
They write extra books on it.
In the end, they mention it should be like this, it should be like this. So, Vyasadeva, even though is a Shaktiavesh avatar of Krishna, Vishnu, he has showed that when he was confused, he approached the spiritual master, Narad Muni. Right? Narad Muni, he immediately corrected him. Right? So, the spiritual master Karagraha Vichakshana. You know, Karagraha Vichakshana. Jayatu Lakshmanoyam Munihi. They were glorifying Sri Ramanujacharya. You know. So what is the meaning of that? When somebody falls into the well, the person who wants to try save that person, he should catch the hand of the person who is drowning, and he should not allow him to catch his hand. You know why? Huh? He will. Right? He will pull him like that. So it is very important, the spiritual master who is capable, he should become a spiritual master person. Not that, along with the disciple, he will also drown. So you catch him. Don't allow him to catch your hand. Then Kachagraha Vichakshana. So best thing is expert spiritual master, instead of catching the hand, he will catch the hair. That is why Prabhupada said, just take shelter of my lotus feet. Keep your, that's why Prabhupada said, all the men, they should keep sikhas. And then all the ladies, they should keep, choti. Right? Don't leave the hair, open. So then spiritual master will catch the hair. Right? सिक्का पकड़ के खींचते हैं. वैसा ही लेडीज को भी छोटी पकड़ के खींचते हैं. Right? What is it?
Jada. छोटी अंटे जड़ा.
हाँ. Right? छोटी बोलते हैं ना? या बट हिंदी में चोटी बोलते हैं ना. If you leave your hair open like that, then spiritual master will think, ये तो भूत है. कैच करने के लिए डरेगा. The spiritual master has always a jnana mudra. You know what is the meaning of jnana mudra? Anybody knows? Jnana mudra? What is the meaning? This finger is Paramatma. He is always different from other things. This finger is Jiva. These three fingers, Sattva, Rajas, Tamogun, Prakriti. Jiva always wants to be with Prakriti. Right? But if you come to spiritual master, and then the Krishna, while teaching Bhagavad Gita, he is standing in Jnana Mudra. Right? So that is why many times I told one Tirtha Maharaj, he used to tell me, I used to have one friend. He was telling me, when you are chanting the Bhagavad Gita verses Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, you should remember Krishna standing with the Jnana Mudra on the chariot teaching to Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Right? When you are hearing Bhagavatam, during Bhagavad Katha, you must remember Radha Rasvihari, Krishna playing the flute. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Right? So this is the when the Jiva comes in contact with Paramatma, then he will be away from Prakriti. Right? Sattva, Rajas and Tamas.
Precision, short.
समझ में आया? That's why sometimes you can sit and do meditation on Radha Rasvihari's lotus feet. This is the meditative. Right? So you are telling Krishna that I want to be with you. Right? Just like Krishna has Sudarshan Chakra in his hand. Right? In his hand. The spiritual master also has a Sudarshan Chakra in his hand. You know what is the Sudarshan Chakra? His sparsha. Simply by touching the spiritual master, by touching the disciple, he will clean all the contamination in his heart. You know? And not only that, he is the protector of Paramatma. Bolo Shubhangi Mataji, how? A spiritual master is a protector of Paramatma. You can discuss and let me know. I'll give you a hint. It is there in Prabhupada's Pranam Mantra also. क्या स्वप्निल, अभी ब्राह्मण दीक्षा मिल गया, अभी लेक्चर का जरूरत नहीं है? क्या हो गया डिस्कशन? हाँ हाँ? Spiritual master protects Paramatma. How? It is there in Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. हो गया? रेडी? या बोलो. Priyanka, you want to say? Okay, nobody knows?
Somebody was saying when I see you.
I'm hinting, I'm giving a hint. It is there in Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. Huh? Yeah. Vijay Ram Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. The spiritual master is holding the lotus feet of Krishna, and by holding the spiritual masters, taking the shelter, we can escape from the Maya and we will take the care of Paramatma sitting inside.
I am saying spiritual master protects Paramatma. Okay, I will tell you. Remember this. I am saying in Prabhupada Pranam Mantra. You know, there are many rascals who say that Paramatma has no form, Paramatma has no gunas. Huh? Huh? Yeah, impersonalists. So, Krishna, Prabhupada, pure devotees, Ramanuja, they protect Paramatma and prove that God is not Nirakar, Niranjan, Nirgun and all that. You know, Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very angry. This rascal, Prakashan Saraswati, every day he kills Krishna. That's why he suffered from leprosy. Still he is shameless. You know, they keep on saying, you know, he has no hands, he has no legs, He has no. That is why always remember, whenever you come in front of the deities, you should say these two sentences. Anybody remembers? Huh? Divya Mangalamurti, Ananta Kalyana Gunam. Gunas. Ananta Kalyana Guna. Right? Whenever you come in front of the deity, you should say, I am very fortunate to take darshan of, Divya Mangalamurti, Radharas Vihari. Right? Then you are telling Krishna, that, I understand your tattva. This is how you take darshan of the Lord. While taking darshan, you tell the tattva of Krishna to Krishna. Krishna will be very pleased. Now right? Huh? Ananta Kalyana Gunas. Ramanuja, he wrote a commentary on Vedanta Sutra, Sri Bhashya. Then he was keeping in the library, and then Bharati Devi, Saraswati Devi, अरे आप लोग बात मत करो. Saraswati Devi chided Ramanuja. Oh, one more Bhashyakar has come. हाँ? कौन सा बड़ा तीर मार दिया आपने? You also must have killed Krishna. Right? You must also kill Krishna. Like that. So Ramanuja was teary-eyed. He said, my dear Mata, why are you saying like that? There is one rascal from whom you took the Siksha, Yadav Prakash. They say, Kapyasam Pundarikam eva Makshini. You know this pastime? So he was explaining, Yadav Prakash was explaining to Ramanuja what is the meaning. And this is Chandogya Upanishad. So then he said, Krishna's eyes are like the back of a monkey. The back of a monkey are red. Huh? So Ramanuja started crying. Those tears fell on the feet of Yadav Prakash. Then Yadav Prakash got up, he was massaging his feet. Then he like that. Then the Yadav Prakash asked, why are you crying? That you are insulting Krishna, by comparing the eyes of Krishna with, Then he explained. Kapi Asam means, Kappa means the sun. The lotus flower is related to sun. Right? So his eyes are like reddish, like lotus flowers. Like that he explained. Then Yadav Prakash understood that this Ramanuja is a personalist. Since then, he wanted to kill him. He wanted to kill him. Then Ramanuja, he was said, no, nahi Mata, I have explained differently. Then he gave his explanation. Then Bharati Mata started crying. Pesh, you protected Krishna. That is why one of the names of Ramanuja is Bharati Shokanashaya Namaha. Right? Bharati Shokanashaya Namaha. Ramanuja, So what is there in Prabhupada's Pranam Mantra? Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshata. Once Kiriyaj Maharaj, he was preaching in South India. He met one gentleman. Giraj Maharaj wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada that Prabhupada, most of the people in Tamil Nadu, he was preaching in Tamil Nadu, most of the people are here Shankarites, Advaitavadis, impersonalists. Our philosophy is completely against them. When we are going to collect donations from them, they teach, they preach, all this, they talk all these things. Should I reply back? Should I argue and then lose the opportunity to collect donation? Or should I give them answer? He wrote a letter to Prabhupada. So meanwhile, he met one very rich gentleman. Then he started arguing with Giriraj Maharaj that why your spiritual master is always, condemning, because he is not quoting Shankaracharya, this and that. Then Giriraj Maharaj said, no, he quoted Shankaracharya, Narayana Paro Avyaktat, Prabhupada many times quoted, Shankaracharya quoted Narayana Paro Avyaktat, like that. Then he said, AC on करे क्या? हाँ? AC on कर दो शंकर, दरवाजा खिड़की बंद कर दो. अरे इतने कितने लोग? What is that? What was I saying? So Prabhupada, yeah, like that. Then he was talking again, so much. Then Giriraj Maharaj could not tolerate. Then, because he was a very scholarly devotee right from the beginning, so whatever he read Prabhupada's books, teachings of Lord Chaitanya and all, he just blurted out, and then he defeated him. He established that, Dvaitavad, Achintya Veda, this, Advaitvad is nonsense, like that. Then he felt now this guy is not going to give donation. Right? अभी तो नहीं करना पड़ता है, लेकिन पहले ज़माने में बहुत मस्का लगाना पड़ता था. इन लोगों का outside offices we used to wait 1 hour, 1.5 hour, sometimes 2 hours also. Still they won't meet, like that, we would wait, and I was a very determined person. जब तक वो डोनेशन नहीं देता था, छोड़ता नहीं था. वो इतना फेडअप हो जाए, चलो ले लो स्वामी, ले लो. ऐसा अभी करने की जरूरत नहीं, और सब लोग आके देते हैं. So Giriraj Maharaj took the books and then started walking back. He said, Giriraj, come here, come here. He said, what, now what? Come, I will show you something. He took him inside. And there is beautiful deities of Radha and Krishna. Instant. He said, I am also Vaishnava, I am testing you. You pass the test, take the check. Then, when Giriraj Maharaj reached his room, there was a letter from Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, whenever you get a chance, you must defeat Mayavadis. Don't, Prabhupada said, in India right now, I am the only one. I am the only one, who never leaves a chance to defeat Mayavadis. Otherwise, so that is why Prabhupada, I will tell you one more pastime of Prabhupada. Once Prabhupada was traveling in Japan. Kyoto, there is Tokyo, and then there is a place called Kyoto. So there is one Burijan Prabhu and Banu Maharaj. They were all preaching in Japan at the time. So they took Prabhupada to that place. So there, that fellow, he invited some other Mayavadi sannyasi also. So they arranged a huge Vyasasana for Prabhupada, and then they made him sit on an ordinary chair or whatever, Then, it's a long pastime. So Prabhupada spoke first, because they wanted that Prabhupada should speak last. Prabhupada, all his disciples know, because Prabhupada is in demand. So if Prabhupada speaks first, they may leave. Other people, that Mayavadi sannyasi was not so popular. Then Prabhupada said, no, I will give first lecture. Then Prabhupada gave lecture. Then that sannyasi started speaking. He was speaking in Hindi. In beginning, Prabhupada was okay. Prabhupada was okay. As he kept on speaking, Prabhupada's face is becoming angry and stern. This word is there, stern. Everybody knows the meaning? Stern. S-T-E-R-N. Stern. Huh? Yeah. Stern. Yeah. All the disciples, Burijan Prabhu and all, they were looking at Prabhupada because they were not understanding what that fellow was speaking. But they were looking at Prabhupada, and Prabhupada was becoming angry, and he was very stern look he was having. Then they thought there is some gadbad. Then the first class disciple is, they understand the instructions of the spiritual master without him telling. Second class spiritual disciple is, the spiritual master gives instruction, and they carry. And the third class disciple is, spiritual master gives instruction, he won't carry. And then fourth class, fourth class disciple is, he even after giving spiritual master giving instruction, okay, he won't do it, but in ऊपर से उल्टा गाली देता है. और कोई नहीं मिला क्या? मेरे को क्यों बोल रहा है ऐसा वैसा? Anyway, so they just, Prabhupada with his eyes, he just gave a indication. Then immediately, the disciples, they understood what Prabhupada wanted. They started doing kirtan. Can you imagine? This sannyasi from India, he is giving a lecture. And then suddenly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. And then that both the guys, sannyasi and that organizer, host, they both are shocked. What is happening? Like that. Later on, that fellow was very angry. How can he, spiritual master, do this? How can you all do like this, insulting that sannyasi, this and that? Later on, he backed out. He didn't want to give that building for preaching. They came, and then Burijan asked, Prabhupada, what happened? He said, in the beginning he was speaking all right. Then after some time he started, speaking all nonsense, Mayavad philosophy, that God has no form, soul and the super soul are same, all that stuff. Right? I cannot tolerate all this nonsense. That Prabhupada, that fellow did not want to give the building. Rascal, he didn't want to give. That's why he called that sannyasi also. Don't worry, Krishna will give. Don't buckle down. So Prabhupada was daring like that. So Prabhupada was protecting Krishna from blasphemy. That he has. How many of you remember how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, how Srila Prabhupada attracted Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur's attention? Yeah, as was happening. What is that? Thou shall impersonal calamity. Thou hast saved something. Like that. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said, "This boy is very nice. Whatever he writes, publish." That's how Prabhupada attracted Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, pleasure. Right? That is why Prabhupada himself composed this, prayer. Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine, Namaste Saraswati Devi, Gaurvani Pracharini, Nirvisesha Sunyavadi, Paschatya Deshtarine. Right? Sometimes the spiritual master becomes father of Krishna. How? I will tell you. Once Sri Ramanujacharya, this is a long story, there is no time, but I will cut it short. There was an attack on Sri Ramanuja. Ramanuja had only 2 sets of clothes, One set on the drying, another set wearing. Only 2 sets, no luxurious life. there was an attack by king who was a big time impersonalist, Shiva Bhakta, Shaved. He wanted Ramanuja to sign agreement paper that Shiva is the supreme. Otherwise, we will kill you. Then the matter came. Then they told, they don't know how did he look, Sri Ramanuja. They said, Kurat Talwar, he is a very intimate disciple of Sri Ramanuja. He gave his pair of clothes because he didn't have dry cloth like that. So he wore white cloth. He wore white cloth and then left Srirangam and reached Melkote. Right? We should plan a visit to Melkote. It's a beautiful place. Sri Ramanuja lived there for 12 years. One day, Lord came in the dream of Ramanuja that I am in the bush. I am in the, somebody put me in the earth underneath. Please dig out and then take me out. So then Ramanuja, with the beautiful deity of Tirunarayan, he took him out and then he established. Then he was having dukkha that he cannot do all this. There is no Utsava Vigraha. Utsava Vigraha. So he was crying, Arey, I cannot do all this fun, Urege means what, procession and all that. So what to do? Then the Lord again came in the dream. He said, no, I am in Delhi, bring me. Right, with Badshah. Like that. So Sri Ramanuja, he was having 700 sannyasis. Kitna? 700 sannyasis and 12,000 brahmacharis. And all of them said, we will come with you. Because Badshah rascal hai, kuch bhi kar sakta hai. Some people, Antyajas, they are also followers of Sri Ramanuja. They accompanied Sri Ramanuja with Dhanushman. If anything happens, we will protect our Guru Maharaj. Ramanuja, he is like sun, effulgent, walking. Then the huge troop, just imagine 700 sannyasis, 12,000 brahmacharis, and then so many thousands of other people, Rastas and all, accompany. When they reached Delhi, the minister and I said, what is this? They are attacking or what? And when they saw the effulgence of Sri Ramanuja, he said, this is not a common, ordinary person. So Sri Ramanuja asked, how do I recognize you? He said, you call me with love, I will come. Right? I will come. So then he said, we are looking for a deity, Utsav Vigraha, like that. We don't have any need of, because they have plundered so many temples and they stole these small deities, they took. And then they took all this, and then this personality, Mantri reported to Badshah. Badshah said, no problem, let him take, we don't have any need. We don't have faith in the deity worship. But if they have faith in the scripture, if they think that the deity, that doll is God, let them worship, humko kya hai? Let him take. So there is a huge storeroom where they put all this Utsav Vigrahas. So many, he searched, he was having an idea, how he will look and all that. He didn't find. He said, what is the use? I didn't find. He went in Badshah. Then he said, no, there is one deity, my daughter is caring. So he called his daughter, What's her name? Nachiyar.
Nanchari.
Huh?
Nanchari.
Huh? Nachiyar.
Nanchari. Nancharama.
Yeah. Bibi, something like that.
Bibi Nancharama.
Bibi Nanchar. She was even the Muslim girl, she was actually, Krishna is doing pastimes with her, the deity, in person. So she said, I am not going to give. I am not going to give. बादशाह said, आपको क्या काम है, ले दे दो. No, I love him and all that. Then Badshah told Ramanuja that if you have so much need and so much love for him, call him. If he comes with you, or you take. Right? Anybody Tamilian? Any Tamilian? You are Tamilian? Engava, right? Please come. Huh? So he said, he went. They said, Sampat, his name is Sampat Kumar. Hey Sampat Kumar, Engava. You know? Then immediately he came running and sat on the lap of Ramanuja. Right? And that is why they say, Prabhupada also, when he was taking Radha Gopinath, he took Radha Gopinath on his lap. गोद में कौन बैठता है? बच्चा. If wife sits, पीछे गिर के मर जाएगा. Like that, छोटा बच्चा. Then he took Sampat Kumar. That is why they say in Melkote, when they take Sampat Kumar for procession, Ramanuja's deity also, they keep him in front of the Sampat Kumar, because when the son goes out anywhere, the father checks whether he's he combed his hair properly, or button rakha hai kya. So like the Ramanuja checks whether he's decorated properly or not. He's can he be taken like that. So that's why the spiritual master becomes a father also. Anyway, there is one more pastime. He becomes guru also. There is one deity to whom he was traveling to Thiruvananthapuram, and then there is some controversy happened. So the Lord did not want to take worship from certain Brahmanas. Then he left. So his disciple was there. His disciple was attached to the deity, something like that. He said, I will come. Then Ramanuja left. I forgot his name. His all complicated names. He called. So the disciple was not there with him. Then Padmanabha Swami, took the form of his disciple. And then came to Ramanuja, and then he was serving him. Then Ramanuja said, where is your tilak? You didn't put tilak? I forgot, Guru Maharaj. Come here. Then he was putting tilak at that time. So he put tilak also to Padmanabha Swami. When he went, then after some time, he was calling. Where is he? Where are you? He didn't find. Then when he went inside the temple, he saw Padmanabha Swami wearing the same tilak. अरे यार क्या हो गया, मेरा डिसेबल को क्या हो गया, भगवान डिसेबल बन गया, सर्व्ड. कभी कभी भगवान becomes a disciple of spiritual master. Right? So this is the position of Narad Muni, Vyasadeva, Srila Prabhupada. They have direct contact with Krishna. So when they say something, we should take it and then we should follow. Okay? I think they're waiting. Nobody's there? There's no lecture? Yeah. Anybody has any questions?
Prabhuji, you said that the Guru becomes the protector. So the protection that Guru provides is from whom for the Lord?
Rascals, impersonalists, atheists, impersonalists.
But does the Paramatma require protection?
It is a matter of law, you should not ask this question. It's a matter of love, right?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Prabhuji, like from Vrindavan, there are so many saints are there in Vrindavan. So it seems when they give lectures, it seems like they are speaking exactly the Gaudiya Vaishnava philosophy, but they are not actually Vaishnavas. Like they are like impersonalists. But nowadays devotees also they used to hear so many
Devakinandan Das Thakur.
names, but so many. So, but it's dangerous because they are internal.
Prabhupada, made it very clear that there are so many famous kathakars. You go and ask him how much money he's charging for katha. If he's charging even a single paisa, reject him. Don't hear from him. Because Prabhupada said, don't hear from professional kathakars, even if they are speaking very nicely about Krishna. So, Prabhupada instructed, don't associate with local devotees of Vrindavan. That's why he said, for others who are not serving in the temple of Vrindavan, they should go only for 3-4 days and come back. There is one devotee, very famous devotee, I don't want to name, if you want I can tell later. He was a big preacher in Juhu temple, big preacher. Most of the congregation, even now also, they are attached to him, they have respect for him. Once I saw Bhima Prabhu, he was going on a Dandavat Parikrama. Bhima Prabhu chastised him, said, don't go. Dandavat Parikrama, don't go. He went. Then he associated with local Babajis. Then he was a disciple of Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Then he became a Baba, some Mayavadi type. Then he started abusing Gopal Krishna Maharaj. Then he started abusing Srila Prabhupada also. Completely fall down. Recently, one of my friends, he was in Juhu temple, he was a New Bhakta director. He put on a Facebook post that I am doing Dandavat Parikrama. I wrote in the reply, that comments, better to read Bhagavatam extensively than do Dandavat Parikrama. I'll give you the name. Some of his followers, they attacked me like anything. Trolling bolte na? They started abusing me. That how you can say like that and all that. Then I said what to do. Then that fellow, he was doing Dandavat Parikrama. Then he said, I am off Facebook phone. After maybe 10-15 days, he saw my post. Then he attacked me. But I had a prenomination that he is going to fall. And it happened. He was associating with all these local Babajis. Now he's saying, I have no connection with ISKCON. Then he became Guru on his own. He started initiating like that. So it's very dangerous to associate with Vrindavan people and listen to them. So if somebody is sincere, they will follow. Otherwise, who can control, अभी अपना सब लोग अपना मन का राजा बन गया. अभी गुरु का बात नहीं सुनता है, हमारा बात क्यों सुनेगा? What to do? You have to be sincere. That's why I'm against, devotees purchasing houses in Vrindavan, Mayapur. I tell everybody not to purchase because it's not. Unless Radharani calls personally, you should not go to Vrindavan and live there. Unless Nityananda Prabhu calls, and of course, spiritual, if the temple authorities tell, go to Mayapur temple and serve, or if temple authorities tell, come to Vrindavan and serve in temple of Vrindavan, Krishna Balaram temple, that is okay. But on one's own desire, if they go to Vrindavan, once I was a very fanatic follower of Srila Prabhupada, everybody knows. Once during Govardhan Parikrama, maybe 96, 97, I gave respect to one Babaji. I gave some money. Then I started speaking to him. Then instead of speaking about Krishna, then he started abusing ISKCON, he started abusing Prabhupada. Then I took the money and I said, since then I never speak to any Vrindavan local Babajis. Never associate with. Prabhupada said they are in a different level, we are in a different level. Don't associate with Vrindavan Babajis. Huh? Is getting cold. आइसक्रीम मेल्ट हो रहा है. Okay. Any other? Yeah.
Devotional service, you will get Vaikuntha. But if you do pure devotional service, you will get Golok Vrindavan. It gives little more clarity on that.
Huh?
When you said, if you do devotional service, you will get Vaikuntha. But if you do pure devotional service, you will get Golok Vrindavan.
अरे
Little more clarity.
आपस में क्यों बात कर रहे हैं? I said Karma Mishra Bhakti. Even if you do Karma Mishra Bhakti, Jnana Mishra Bhakti, you will get Vaikuntha. You can go to Vaikuntha. But only if you worship Krishna, Radha Krishna, two-handed form, Shyam Sundar, and that also Aikantika Bhakti, then only you will go to Golok Vrindavan. So that's why I was making this point. We don't like to go to Vaikuntha. Keep that strong desire. Okay, no reflections? Huh? Yeah, please. So every week, please come, all of you. Not only for feast. I signed those, huh? I didn't bring.
Hare Krishna, please hear carefully. We wanted to implement this system in our congregation group of Rama Prabhu. Sadhana card. I hope you must have got Google form. These are 6 levels. Prabhuji is explaining. Please see carefully. And we want everybody to subscribe for this. Subscribe this and implement in your personal life. I will give a cards, sadhana cards. You fill the details and understand your own stage.
See, level 1 is Shraddha 1. Right? You chant 1 round every day without fail. Right? Shraddha 1. You will get a certificate like that. Level 2 is Sevak. You chant minimum 4 rounds every day and then read this book, Beyond Birth and Death. Right? So number 3, Sadhaka. You chant 8 rounds every day and then you read this book, Path of Perfection. Path of Yoga, right? Path of Perfection. And then number 4, one who chants 12 rounds and then reads Science of Self-Realization. Right? And then number 5, Charanashraya. One who chants 16 rounds and reads Bhagavad Gita. And then number 6, Harinam Dikshit. Level 6, after Harinam Diksha, read Gita and Prabhupada Lilamrita. Right? So it is systematic program to make advancement. आप 4:15 बजे आप आरती अटेंड करेंगे. You will see our Srinath Krishna Prabhu doing aarti to Radha Rasveri. Right? There are some Matajis. She took initiation, but she never cooked for the Lord. But there are some Matajis who cook for the Lord. You cannot do aarti, but when you go abroad, you can even do dress the deities, ladies. Right? So how many men you want to do aarti to Radha Rasveri? So then you have to follow regulatory principles. You have to become all these stages, chant 16 rounds, take Diksha, then take Brahman Diksha also, everything, then like that. So please make a progress make a progress. And then all the ladies, some of you, you can, if you take initiation, you can cook for the Lord. Prabhupada said, easiest way to please Krishna, to Radharani, is to cook for the Lord. Kitchen. Right? So, for that you have to become qualified. Okay? So, take this, some of you already filled up. Take these sadhana cards from Janudri Prabhu and fill them up, and then there will be database will be maintained. Whenever you suppose you have signed for one round, so when you have started chanting 4 rounds, inform Janudri Prabhu, then you will get another card that now you are a sevak, Shraddhavan and then sevak, right? Like that. So you will get promotion. Then we will know how much progress you are making. Right? As much as possible, come on time, and then you put tilak and come. Otherwise, now we have introduced, somebody will put tilak. So some of you, I request you not to rub off the tilak, because if you rub off the tilak, when you sleep and it goes on its own, when you are taking bath, that's a different thing. But purposely, if you rub the tilak, it is equivalent to breaking Vishnu temple. Right? Then this, when you put this tilak, when you go to Shiva temple, don't put that cross tilak. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally told in Chaitanya Bhagavat that you will get the sin of breaking Vishnu temple if you put cross tilak. Okay, Vaishnavas, you should not put this cross tilak. Especially when you go to Mahakal temple, don't put that bhashma and all. It is coming from a fresh dead body. Okay? So today's prasadam, take this, all those new people, please give your name and telephone number to Sudarshan Madhav Prabhu.
If anybody has come newly, please give your contact numbers to Sudarshan Madhav Prabhu. Prabhuji, please stand up. Sudarshan Madhav, the highest person. Please.
Tallest
person. You can all see him. So please, if you have brought your friends, close ones, please introduce to the community, congregation team where you will be guided and helped. So these are some cards, please. If nobody has taken, anybody has not taken, please take the cards. And there are beads and
you can purchase.
Start the first level. Japamalas and Japa bead bags are there. Please take them also. It is 80 rupees Japamala and.
One more program we want to introduce. Please hear carefully that His Holiness Guru Prasad Maharaj, now he is a new GBC in the place of His Holiness Gopalakrishna Maharaj. He wanted to introduce the system that all congregational devotees, you should sell one book at least, once in a week. In a week you sell one book. In a year you are going to sell 52 books. And then take the contact of that person. Then keep in touch whether reading and all. Right? So how many of you want to follow this system? Sell one book in a week.
Hafta, 7 दिन में एक.
Please raise your hands.
So we'll note all your names.
Yeah.
We'll give the books also.
Yeah. So next week, you start with small books beyond birth and death. I think 20 rupees or something. Right? You sell them. Then you get the ecstasy. Prabhupada said, distributing books is equivalent to taking part in rasa dance. Right? So, then you become guru. To those 52 people. Okay? Next week we'll introduce that system. We'll bring the books also. Those who want, they can purchase those books and sell them. Don't give them free of cost. Everybody, all initiated. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Yeah. Today's prasadam is sponsored by newly initiated. क्या है? तृप्ति देवी. कृपा दृष्टि देवी माता जी. खड़े हो जाओ. और सुंदर रास बिहारी प्रभु and गिरिधारी माधव प्रभु, they got second initiation.
Krishna Namavali Devi Mataji and Taruni Chitra Devi Mataji.
So they all combined to. Acha, you are the one.
Just two.
Acha, okay. Sorry. So they all combined to give a big feast today. So chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra once.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Also, let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra once for the good health of His Grace Mukund Madhav Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Let us chant one time Hare Krishna Mantra, thanking His Grace Ramguru Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Please collect coupons.